Well, I went to a Jesuit college, and so I had a classic education. I had lots of Latin and Greek, which prepared me to be a writer. Any good writer knows that in addition to what a word means, a word carries its etymological history along with it. And so those were very important training exercises to get really intimate with the language. And I ended up being a poet and using language in a very, I hope, a very precise way. I developed habits of punctuality. I got things in on time, and a suspiciousness about authority figures, because there was nothing. I mean, there was the authority of the priest, but behind the priest there was the authority of the Catholic Church, and which ran back to papal authority. So you started questioning that line of that line of connections, and how much you were really part of. You wanted to be part of that. My mentors were authors that I read, and that they taught me not just how to write, but they taught me a worldview. And so I looked at the world through the lenses of various books, and it was like trying on different pairs of glasses as I went from author to author. But eventually, they helped me shape a kind of view of the world that I felt was comfortable and that I believed in. I mean, I thought of myself as a teacher, but mentoring seems to include a kind of more personal contact with an individual, where you give the individual, the student, advice, and you take them aside and counsel them. I've never thought that was my role as a teacher. I thought my role as a teacher was much more the imparting of what I knew to people who didn't know that, which is a rather old-fashioned view of it. So my sense was not sitting around a table and asking what everybody thought. Basically, I thought of teaching as standing up and telling them what I had learned. I think higher education is, I mean, it's important if that is part of your path toward a career. But it's also important just as a time when your mind is able to expand. And that, to me, was the most important part of an education, not preparing me for a career, but expanding my mind, or confusing my mind, and helping me puzzle my way out of some problems I never knew existed.